Hello students, good morning to all of you. I am Pramod Trivedi. Today I am going to teach you second chapter of the poetry, The True Beauty. Students, uh, first I want to teach you that what is the real meaning of these two stanzas. In first stanza, here are Thomas Carlyle. The poet has written here two aspects of the true beauty. First, he has sketched the matter of the physical beauty. He that loves the lover or beloved, who are he or she. But here the matter has written he as a male. It means that a lover who loves a rosy cheek of his beloved. अगर कोई प्रेमी अपनी प्रेमिका के जो है खूबसूरत गालों से प्रेम करता है और एक कोरल लिप या जो है मूंगे जिसे होठ से एडमायर्स या उसकी प्रशंसा करता है और फ्रॉम स्टार लाइक आइज या जो है तारों जैसी जो है आंखों से प्यार करता है डोथ सीक फ्यूल टू मेंटेन हिज फायर्स एज ओल्ड टाइम मेक्स दिस डीके सो हिज फ्लेम मस्ट वेस्ट अवे. So, with the passage of time, the physical beauty, it means that the star-like eyes, rosy cheeks, coral leaf, and all these physical beautiness will destroy with the passage of time. So, here the Thomas Carlyle has presented the importance of the spiritual beauty. Because physical beauty is not a permanent beauty, it will destroy or it will ruin with the passage of time. And the poet has made a claim against of this beauty, and he has told here the spiritual beauty is one of the beauty where it is that is the permanent beauty. It will never destroy with the passage of time. It will alive till day of doom. यह क़यामत के दिनों तक भी यह रहता है. यह खूबसूरती जो है कभी नष्ट नहीं होती है. तो the spiritual beauty here the poet has written but a smooth and steady fast mind. जहाँ तेज दिमाग और ज्ञान, wit and wisdom. A scholar man dies, but his memory is alive till today, and it will never destroy with the passage of time. To take the example of Shakespeare, I mean that Shakespeare has written a number of plays, but today all the readers have their curiosity to know details of the Shakespeare, and always they want to read more and more. So, the scholars and the man who has wit and wisdom, or the man whose mind is steadfast, he or she will never forgotten by the readers. He will alive till day of doom. So the poet Thomas Carlyle has written two stanzas about the true beauty. In the first stanza is the physical beauty. He has described here physical beauty about the lover who he loves a rosy cheek, the lover who loves only or who admires the lovely cheek or rosy cheek of his beloved, and always he admires the coral lips. So it is not a permanent things of the beautiness, because it will destroy with the passage of time. Many and many man or woman, young woman or young man, they always present themselves in society and says that I'm strong, I'm handsome, I'm beautiful. But all the handsome and beautiful will destroy with the passage of time. Doubtless, it is clear by the poet the physical beauty where there is the chubby cheeks, coral lip, star-like eyes, all the aspect of the physical beautiness will destroy with the passage of time. But in second stanza, the poet Thomas Carey has presented about the spiritual beauty. Suppose to take the example of Vedas, the man or the person who has written the Vedas or Purana and mythology and everything, till today is memorized by the pupils. All the persons, they want to know detail of the scholars what he has written in the Puran or Vedas or any mythological books. So the knowledge, wisdom, wit and wisdom, knowledge, it will never destroy with the passage of time. It will alive till day of doom. So the poet, he has presented himself and he has forcefully instructed here. If where there is not a spiritual beauty, where there is the physical beauty, I hate this type of the beauty where there is the lovely cheek, coral leaf, star like eyes, chubby cheeks, and so and so. This beautiness will destroy. So I hate this type of the beauties, and he only wants to like the spiritual beauty where there is the steadfast mind, knowledge, wit and wisdom, and know, and curiosity of the knowledge. So spiritual beauty is one of the permanent beauty which will never destroy with the passage of time. And the poet try to teach the pupil not to follow the physical beauty, because physical beauty will take struggle, and there is nothing more will get the result of the physical beauty. Its end will be with great pain, and there is nothing more importance of the physical beauty. And the spiritual beauty is one of the beauty where there is a permanent beauty, where it gives us a lot of knowledge, and it clicked us in progressive way, and it will be better for us to be a scholar, and it will never destroy with the passage of time. So the Thomas Carey presented himself, and he has many times presented here, and he has told about that the coral lips and chubby cheeks, coral lips and star like eyes, it will be destroyed with the passage of time. And the poet hates this type of the beauty. Can you disclose the secrecy of the physical beauty? So first, students, first you know that how to write the reference of the stanza. The reference. This stanza. This stanza has been selected from the poem The True Beauty, written by or composed by Thomas Carey. Context. Next, context, a short detail, shorten of the poem, the shorten of the stanza. It means that context. The poet wants to disclose the secrecy of physical beauty explanation in this stanza the poet has disclosed the physical beauty which includes the charming of rosy cheek, coral lip, star-like eyes, charming or rosy cheek, coral lip, star-like eyes. All these factors of beautiness will destroy with the passage of time. Nothing we will get so he has made negative remark of this beautiness. So here he has made a negative remarks of this beautiness. The charming of rosy cheek, coral lips, star-like eyes, all these factors of the beautiness will destroy with the passage of time. Nothing we will get. So he has made a negative remark of this beautiness. Students, first stanza I have written here the explanation and context and the reference of this stanza. The details I have written. So in second stanza, the poet has disclosed the secrecy of the spiritual beauty. The reference will be same as the first stanza. Also, it will be written in second stanza. In second stanza, what the matter is written in second stanza?
But a smooth and steadfast mind.
Sorry, but
A smooth and steadfast mind. Lovely cheeks or lips or eyes.
Despise lovely cheeks.
Lovely cheeks or lips or eyes.
Lovely
Cheeks
cheeks
or lips or eyes.
Lips
Or eyes.
or eyes. In second stanza, the poet has disclosed the secrecy of the spiritual beauty, and he hates the physical beauty. In first stanza, he has presented about the factors of the physical beauty, and firstly, he has made a negative remarks against of the physical beauty, and he has told where there is the curly hair, brown hair, chubby cheeks, coral lips, star-like eyes, and so it will destroy with the passage of time. The lover who love his beloved, but when the age factor will come at the end of the age factor, when his beloved will be in old stage, he will hate the beautiness of the beloved, because the passage of time will destroy the physical beautiness of his beloved. As a long-haired woman and curly-haired woman, star-like eyes, chubby cheeks, and so and so. But in next stanza, the poet has disclosed the secrecy of the spiritual beauty, and spiritual beauty is the permanent beauty. First, I have told you that to write the reference of the first stanza, as I have written the reference of the first stanza will be same like as the second stanza. So reference this passage like this. This stanza dot dot, as I have written first stanza, the reference of the first stanza will be same like the second stanza. Context: the poet wants to disclose the secrecy of spiritual beauty and he points it wisely and says it will never destroy. It is permanent beauty. Permanent beauty. Explanation. The poet Thomas Carew wants to disclose secrecy of spiritual beauty which never destroy with the passage of time. It will alive till day of doom. day of doom, because steady fast mind, steady fast mind steady fast mind is a permanent beauty, permanent beauty, which gives us a lot of knowledge, poet hate, so poet hates the rosy cheek, coral lip, star-like eyes, Students, in second stanza, the poet wants to disclose the secrecy of the spiritual beauty, and he points it wisely and says it is permanent beauty. In this stanza, the explanation of this stanza, the poet Thomas Carlyle wants to disclose the secrecy of the spiritual beauty, which never destroy with the passage of time. It will destroy it will alive till day of doom, because steady fast mind is a permanent beauty which gives us a lot of knowledge. So poet hates the rosy cheek, coral lip, star-like eyes, and the factors of the physical beautiness. The Thomas Carlyle totally neglects, and he wants to get the more and more knowledge, because knowledge is one of the means of the human beings which leads the perfect life and never makes the puzzled or fed up. So in this second stanza, Thomas Carlyle has presented glimpses of the goodness of good conduction of the human beings, and he has disclosed the secrecy of the spiritual beauty, and he has forcefully avoid the physical beautiness of a man or a girl, because entire the world there are two factors of this society. One is male and female. Easily we can say that all things, all the beautiness is loved by lover, but the factors which attract the lovers, as a rosy cheek, coral lip, star-like eyes, long hair, all these factors will destroy with the passage of time. In this first stanza, the Thomas Carlyle has provided all the theme of the physical beautiness. And second stanza, the spiritual beauty, where there is knowledge, there is where there is knowledge, there is everything. Where there is no knowledge, there is nothing. So in the second stanza, spiritual beautiness means the knowledge and beauty and wisdom of the human being. Students, I have written the explanation of the two stanza of the true beauty. So mention in your copy and to learn it. Sure, you will get the sense of the simple. I have written the explanation of this poem in very simple language, and easily you can understand what I have